Hey everybody, it's Christy from Garden Nerd, and it's honey harvesting time here in Southern California, and we're going to show you how we harvested our honey this season. So the first thing we did with our beehive, which you can see right over there, is we put a board called an escape board between the super that we want to harvest and the rest of the hive. And it's a very nice way of getting the bees out from your beehive from the area that you want to harvest. What this escape board does is it has a hole on the top so the bees can go out, but they can't get back in because it's screened. So it's a pretty cool device, so you don't have to use fume spray or brush off all of your bees. It's a pretty cool tool. So we lift up the super we want to harvest, we put down the escape board, and we set the super back on top, and we leave it for 48 hours. And then we come back 2 days later and we take that super off, and almost all the bees are gone. So you can brush off the rest. We actually brought the whole thing inside and opened up the skylight, and the bees just flew out. So that's the before process. Now let's take a look at how we actually process honey. This is Andrew Cheeseman, and this is the honey. So this is a 3-gallon bucket, and we cut out 9 combs from 9 frames, and we're about to crush it and strain it, and we will be crushing it with this here tool, which is covered by, it's an ice scraper. Ooh. An ice scraper, and then we will be pouring it into this bucket, which is a strainer, which has a strainer, and then it will go down into this bucket, which has a gate. So there's a hole in this bucket, and there are holes in the bottom of this bucket. So there you go. Alright, so now we are crushing the honeycomb into a slop with the ice scraper. And we've poured some of it into, with a bit of an accident, into the strainer, and it is dripping down through the holes and will eventually settle into the gate. And I don't know if you can see this, but there's already this much honey in there. Woohoo! It's about an inch or so, an inch of honey. And that's just from the tiny bit that we poured through. So exciting! Now we're at the point where we've poured all of the crushed honey into the strainer, and we're just leaving this bucket on the top to drip, because it will. We can use a spatula to clean this out later. And already we're up to about 2 inches of honey, maybe 1.5, 2. And as you can see, there's a lot that's going to pour through that strainer. And it's finger looking good. Woohoo! So now it's time for cleanup. Yikes. And yes, we're eating honey off the floor, because it's that good. Nature is amazing, isn't it? And here is what's left of the hive, of the super that we harvested. And the bees are hard at work cleaning it all up for us. Don't you just love bees? So to learn more about beekeeping, chicken keeping, gardening, growing your own food, and a whole lot more, go to gardennerd.com. That's GARDENERD.com. Happy gardening!